Welcome, Fright Night Vault listeners. They say the forest is quiet if you listen closely enough, that it holds its breath for those who don't belong. And sometimes, when the fire burns low and the last laugh dies out, you can hear the trees whisper back. It started simple. 3 tents, 6 friends, no cell service, no signal, no stress. They'd parked in a gravel cutout off Route 46, a few miles past a worn wooden sign that read Raven's Hollow Campground, although no one had seen any official listings for it. That only made it better. The more off the map, the more bragging rights. By mid-afternoon, they had beer on ice, firewood stacked, and stories already pouring. Brian and Chris were the loud ones, college roommates, always shouting over each other. Madison and Kenzie were inseparable since high school. Then there was Jared, quiet, a little strange, and Rachel, the one who had planned the whole thing. She found Raven's Hollow on an old hiking forum. No photos, just a pinned comment that said, "Camped here once, never again. Things come out when the fire dies." They all thought it was a joke. The first strange thing happened around 6:23 in the evening, just before the sun dipped behind the pines. Rachel found the carving. It was near the base of a black oak about 20 feet from their tents, deep gouges forming letters, uneven and cracked with age. It read, "Stay warm, stay together, do not answer." They joked it was a campfire prank, maybe part of a haunted trail setup. Chris even added his own, BOO. He scratched it underneath the warning with his multi-tool. They lit the fire before nightfall, more out of chill than fear. The temperature dropped fast, faster than it should have for mid-June in northern Pennsylvania. The air turned brittle, and every sound of the woods seemed to recede at once, as if something was watching, waiting. At 8:41 p.m., Jared said he saw light flickering in the trees. A lantern or flashlight, swinging just out of reach. They called out, got no answer. Then Brian shouted, "Nice try, Jared," and threw a rock toward the trees. The rock never landed. No rustle, no thud, no bounce. It just didn't make a sound. At 9:13 p.m., the fire snapped high without warning, throwing a spiral of embers straight upward, as if pulled by something above. Rachel screamed. The others laughed it off again, but none of them noticed the silence that followed. No crickets, no wind, no night birds. Just breathe. Rachel heard it first, soft, right behind her ear. A whisper, slow, low, measured. "Don't let it go out." She spun around. No one was there. Everyone else was on the other side of the fire. By 10:52 p.m., things began to unravel. Brian wandered off to relieve himself, never came back. At first, they thought he was just drunk, messing with them. But after 20 minutes and no response to shouting, they grabbed the flashlights and searched the edge of the woods. That's when they found his boot, just one, half buried in the pine needles, still warm. At 11:38 p.m., Chris said they should go for the car. But when they returned to the gravel pullout, the road was gone. Not just invisible, gone. The gravel turned to dirt. The trees pressed in from both sides. The GPS read, "No location found." The forest had closed. They ran back to camp, and the fire was out. The moment the flames vanished, something stepped between the tents. It wasn't a person. Not exactly. Long, lean. Its shape flickered like smoke that almost looked like a face. Its limbs moved wrong. Its neck tilted as if hung by something no longer there. Rachel grabbed the lighter. Kenzie fumbled for the flashlight. Madison screamed. The thing turned toward her. It didn't run. It didn't speak. It simply pointed, and her mouth went open, wide, until her jaw cracked and something else spoke through her. "It's your turn to feed it." They got the fire lit again, barely, and it vanished just like that. That's when Jared remembered the carving. Do not answer, but someone had. They'd shouted into the woods, called to the light, spoke to the silence. They broke the rule. At 12:46 in the morning, Madison walked into the fire. No scream, no hesitation, just walked in. Kenzie tried to pull her out, but she burned faster than firewood. Her skin turned to ash before she collapsed into the coals. The creature didn't return, not yet, not while the fire burned. So they fed it everything, wood, clothes, even the tent poles. And when the fire threatened to die again at 3:08 a.m., Rachel took out her journal and tossed it in. But pages fell free, scattered, and one of them caught Jared's eye. It was a printed screenshot from the old forum where Rachel found Raven's Hollow. But there was something odd. The pinned comment had changed. It didn't say, "Camped here once, never again." It now read, "If you're reading this, they're already in the trees." And below that, "Last edited 4 minutes ago." There was no signal, no Wi-Fi, no hotspot. But the page refreshed. The fire finally gave out at 4:22 a.m. They had nothing left to burn. The creature didn't make a sound as it stepped from the woods. It didn't need to. They were already screaming. No one made it to sunrise. The next morning, 2 hikers passed the spot. They found no tents, no bags, no ash. Just 6 sleeping bags, neatly zipped and laid side by side, empty. And on the black oak where Rachel found the carving, new letters had been scratched deep into the bark. "You answered. Now you stay. If you made it this far, you're one of us. Subscribe so you don't miss what crawls out next. If you have a horror story of your own, feel free to drop it in the comments. You never know, your story could be next. See you on the next one."